What's up? What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me? Wait for some people to get in. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, can you hear me? Y'all hear me good? Y'all hear me good? I'm good, right? My sound is good? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good. Just let me know. Bet. All right, we good today. Finally. Finally. All right. All right, well, let's get started. Let's get started. Hey, look, so listen, I'm gonna tell y'all why I've been doing this. My plan for this channel, I want to start doing some little doing live streams like this because it's kind of like extra content for me. These aren't things that people are really searching for, but these videos probably will still be helpful on your journey. So because I already know them, I figured I'll just talk about them, and hopefully, maybe if somebody ever gets use out of it or something like that, then they will, but they're not going to be anything that's like super special. You know what I mean? So anyway, today's video, you guys saw the title. 1 second. Make sure it's up on both my screens. Eating healthy for your body type, man. Eating healthy for your body type. All right, so the reason I'm making this video is because if you guys have saw my last video, you'll have seen that I eat a lot of snacks. Like I eat some junk food. I eat things that are just, whatever I'm in the mood for sometimes. Like I try to keep it healthy, like to a degree. I try to keep it to where my snacks aren't extreme. Like I won't have anything that has like a lot of dairy in it. I won't have anything that's like a real fatty snack. Normally, if I eat stuff, it's just straight sugar. You know what I mean? And I know for me, I deplete so much glycogen from my workouts and from being outside, and then it's hot and stuff like that, that when I have sugar or candy like that, it just burns right through me. So it's not such a bad thing when I'm having it. But some people's bodies don't respond that same way. And sometimes some people, they'll eat candy and their body hoards onto it, So it depends on what your body is like. If your body can burn that stuff off real fast, then it's probably not a big problem for you. But if your body, can't digest that stuff quick and it can't burn it off quick, then yeah, it's going to be a big hindrance to your goals. All right, so we're going to talk about that a little bit more today, and I'm going to break down a couple key things on my thoughts. All right, so my first point on it is, what's your reason for trying to get in shape? I think there are normally just like maybe 3, 4, or 5 reasons why people really want to get in shape. Like the first one is to feel better, right? If what's inspiring you to exercise is just because you want to feel better, then you have to understand that, eating food and your diet along with that, you're just trying to feel better. You're not really trying to, get 6-pack abs and ripped and all that other stuff, because that goes into a whole different mindset. The second thing I think people want to get in shape for is to become more attractive, for guys to get more girls, or, for girls, if they want to get in shape or something like that, and to get more guys sometimes. But a lot of times, if I'm just specifically talking about dudes, though, a lot of dudes get in shape for the sake of being able to bag more chicks. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a peacock thing. Like, you want to stand out. So I understand, why you're doing it, if that's the track you're on. You know what I'm saying? So the other thing is if you're going for a competition. So if you're getting ready to get in the competition, I can understand that also. That's a good reason for wanting to get in shape, because you got a deadline. You want to eat certain things by a certain day, and at the end of that competition, it's probably going to be over. It's just from the start of the however many weeks out until it's over. And then the last one is more like an event. And I've met a lot of people who aren't doing, competitions and stuff like that, but they may be getting ready for a family reunion, or you might be getting ready to go on a cruise or going to the beach this summer, something like that, on vacation. You just want to look better for your trip. Okay, so all of these things are so different that they each require a different type of mindset and diet. So it's like, imagine I'm just trying to get in shape, just to feel, if I, let's say I just wanted to just look good enough to get women, right? Now you do understand, like, a lot of chicks, they don't really like the whole 6-pack thing because it turns them off when you too in shape. So as long as you just have that type of roundness about you and you just look muscular with your clothes on, you probably are all right. And if you look like you might eat sloppy here and there, you probably even better off like that, because they can kind of be more relaxed around you, so you don't look too extreme. But if you're trying to get more girls and you going hard, talking about, like, getting ripped, 6-pack, chisel, shredded and stuff like that, just so that you could be all right, listen, man, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. So, feeling better also is a thing that requires its own specific diet, because you got to think about what's your reason for trying to feel better. Are you trying to change your lifestyle? Now, a lifestyle is a lifestyle change, or a reason for a lifestyle, which is what I am in. I don't care about none of that other stuff, competitions and all that stuff. I care about it's just my lifestyle. With a lifestyle, it's just like, I wouldn't be doing anything else anyway. Like, I don't have any other reason to not diet or to not lift or to not do nothing. Like, it's a lifestyle for me. So I can eat snacks, and then I can be like, you know what? I'm not eating no snacks for a couple of days. Let me just go, work out hard, and I'll drink all my water, and I'll take my supplements, and, do X, Y, and Z. I don't have any event coming up. I don't have any, any reason. I'm not even going outside. So I'm not dating nobody right now. Like, I'm really just buckled down in the house. So I really don't have a specific reason. I just made it part of a habit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a habit for me. Like, working out is a habit. It's just like part of my routine. So when I eat, I make sure that I eat the right foods to make sure that I can maintain the look that I like looking like all the time, my baseline look. And this is what we're going to talk about today: maintaining your baseline look of what you want to look like and why your diet needs to make sense for what you're just trying to go for. Okay. All right. So my next point is, you have to learn your body so that you can find balance. Okay. So like I said before, the dude who likes to still eat pizza, you can have that pizza. Understand that, if you have it a whole bunch, you'll start to know that maybe your body is spill over. And that's what I mean about learning your body. You might be able to, okay, for example, I'll give you an example. I can't have dairy. If I start eating too much dairy, when I was having milk and I was drinking those shakes and, like, the gainers and the mass gainers and all that stuff, aside from those things, just the dairy alone, it gives me a serious bloat. Like, my stomach will swell up on you. You know what I'm saying? And you really, like, I'll still be puffy, but my stomach could be round too. And it's not a sexy, lean, trim look. It's more like a, what I'm saying, all day long, just a fluff with a gut. And I had that look before for a while when I was first, getting into working out, like back in 2010, because I was just doing whatever. I was just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks, you know what I'm saying? But once I kind of realized that, I was like, okay, cool. Let me remove dairy from my diet and cut that out completely. And I noticed the change in my body. So now, yeah, it's tough for me to not have, like, for a while it was ice cream, because I was an ice cream addict. Like, I go to Cold Stone Creamery or Marble Slab and get the, the big waffle cone with sprinkles and strawberry, or one day I might do the cookies and cream. So I was big on that stuff. Like, I really love candies and snacks and everything, but when I realized that it made my stomach, like my gut start poking out, I was like, man, is it worth it for me to just sit here and always eat, ice cream and stuff? And I realized, like, no, I can sacrifice ice cream or try and find another alternative style of ice cream, like almond milk ice cream or like the non-dairy ones or something like that. So I'll eat those, and I can still have my ice cream, but I had to scale it back so that I don't get that ugly bloated look. So for me, I had to find balance. And that's what I'm talking about, finding balance within, what you're probably still going to do, and trying to make it so that it's not as, it's not much of a hindrance to you or take away from your progress with your body by doing it, by partaking in it. So like I know people like to say cheat meals and stuff like that. But personally, I don't like having cheat meals and looking forward to something because it really messes with my psyche. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know, okay, I'm gonna have a cheat meal on Thursday, I'm gonna eat this. It messes me up, dude. Like, like I'm really messed up because I'll be like, like I just want to hurry up and get to it. And then when I get to it, I'm not just gonna have a little teeny bit of it. I'm gonna overindulge. So for me, putting my meals and cheating on just the weekend and stuff like that, I've tried that before. I've done that when if I have to do a competition, I might do that. But normally what I do for my body is I'll have my snacks earlier in the day so that I can burn them off throughout the rest of the day. So like in the morning, I might have, you see my cereal. I'll have marshmallows in my cereal, with all my cereal. Like I'll add marshmallows to my cereal. Or I'll eat or I'll drink juice in the morning. Like I'll have my sugary juice in the morning. If I want to have some Kool-Aid or something random, you know what I mean? Like I'll have that stuff early in the day. But then for the rest of the day, I'll slowly just have water and healthier stuff as it gets towards the end of the night. I won't be, doing no heavy snacking. And if I do snack, it'll be something like popsicles, or it'll be I might have like popcorn or something like that, you know what I'm saying, which is light also. And I have like a natural popcorn with light butter or no butter or something like that. I'll have those towards the end of my day because I know I like to snack, but my snacks are going to be healthy and they're not going to be so sloppy. You see what I mean? Because I know what happens to my body. So you got to find balance. So keep that in mind for whoever's watching this. Find that balance in your body. If you know something makes you look messy, cut it out and then find an alternative. That way you don't have to work too hard in the gym, to offset what you're doing, what you're eating. I know too many people that's like, oh, I'll work out, but I just want to get big. I just want to get, I just want to be big and swole. But yeah, you big and swole, but you don't even look good when you take your shirt off. So what's the point of that? So you big and swole, but so you take your shirt off and you look disgusting. So which one is it? Do you want to be big and swole? Do you want to look big and swole and be able to take your shirt off at the beach and be able to hands down be the best one in the room? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can have that. You can have those things too, but know that that's what it's gonna make your body look like. Like I said before, if I would have kept on drinking the dairy or whatever it was that was giving me the bloat, I was still gonna be big. But I was gonna be big with the stomach, and I would have never had the definition and the lean muscle mass that I really had, because it was just something that was, I was taking in that wasn't right for my body. So I just cut it out. Like, you got to be able to move on from stuff. If it's not helping you, it's hurting you, get rid of it. All right, the next thing. If you're a hard gainer, like me, like if you don't eat for a couple minutes or you don't eat for a couple days and you'll lose weight faster than you can gain weight, then you have to keep something in mind, which I keep in mind, right? And I talked about this in my last video. You got to eat calorically dense foods and you got to find the calories in small foods so that you don't have to eat that much, right? If you don't like to eat. Now, if you're somebody who's just skinny and you can eat all day long and your body just don't gain weight, you probably need to start building more muscle and working out heavier, like lifting heavier weights, and then eating that same food. That way, that food has somewhere to go. It's going towards the muscle. And if you don't have no muscle and you just lean and you just eating a lot and you just skinny, because it's just going to digest. So your metabolism is you're just going to doo-doo it out. You know what I'm saying? And so if you work out, then it'll go towards that. So keep on eating wherever you want to if you're that skinny and you can just eat anything. So this don't pertain to you, but that's the answer for you guys. But if you're like me and you're trying to put on size and stuff, you got to find calories in avocados. You got to find them in olive oil. You got to find them in like cashews, peanuts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you got to have bread that has like dense bread that has more calories than regular breads. Like just try to find stuff that's packed full of more extra calories if you can, like different fruits and vegetables and things that you can have that aren't so heavy on you, but try and sneak them in. And if you can sneak them in like that, that'll help you a lot when you're trying to put on size. That's one thing that I've done that has always worked for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. And then keep your junk food to a moderation. So like I said, don't go extreme on your junk food. Just have it. And then if you start noticing that your body gets, too out of balance, when you have too much of it, then scale back and just don't do that again. Or just expect it when you do it. You know what I'm saying? When you overindulge. the other thing that I've noticed that a lot of people do is they eat a lot of empty calories. They eat and drink a lot of empty stuff. So, like for example, um, like liquor, beer and stuff like that. Man, you can't burn that stuff off, man. Like that beer, that's that's in your gut. Like you can't get rid of that. You're not just gonna burn off a whole couple beers that you just had. So understand when you put something like that in your body, it's gonna stick around for a while. Don't expect to have your obliques shredded and stuff like that and you drinking beer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just know that you're gonna have that body I'm in shape, but I also drink beer. That's the look, that's the combination you're gonna have. So you know what I'm saying? Just understand that that's gonna be your body going towards the future, but you can't shake that stuff off. And I'm not just saying this coming from a dude who's never drank before. Like I'm the person that will show up to your house with a 6-pack of Bud Light Platinums, you know what I'm saying, and knock out 3 of them myself. So I know what the look is like. So I've been there, I've been there. Me and my friends, we've been there. Like, so it's not like I don't know, but keep in mind, it's gonna give you a certain look. And that look is, the question is, do you want that? And so, just don't be so overwhelmed when it pops up. But try not to eat stuff that you can't, digest easily. Like those real fatty foods, stuff that's real fatty and that doesn't burn off quick, don't have that. If you have something that has like a lot of calories in a drink, like those energy drinks and stuff like that, if they hold a lot of calories in them and they're not all good calories, like all positive, then stop drinking that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to put on the weight in water, like put it on in foods, like eat your food so that it can go towards the muscle, because a lot of that stuff can't go towards muscle. And the key is you're trying to put on muscle all the time and you got to keep feeding the muscle. So you tear it down, feed it, tear it down, feed it. If you're not tearing it down and you just eat it, then the food is just going to digest and it has no use. If you're tearing the muscle down and then you eat, then that food goes towards rebuilding that muscle. You see what I'm saying? So that the muscle can grow. So make sure that you're eating foods that muscles like to take in. Don't just eat stuff that's like, empty calories and I had a shake today or something like that, or those shakes are whack, man. Like don't even if you can help it, the shake should only be a supplement. That's it. It should only be a supplement. It shouldn't be like standard routine. Like every day I got a shake. I add this and I add this in. Like if you got a standard shake all the time, you probably need to look at your meal plan and see what you can have instead of having a shake to replace it. You can have oatmeal, you can have, or make your own shake it doesn't have the protein powders and use your own type of protein that you put in there, So just keep that in mind. It's probably better, but it is better to eat real food that's digestible versus having some type of powdered form of shake. And the other thing about shakes that I learned when I got older is a lot of them, the way they're made, 2 things. They have a lot of heavy metals in them. So I don't know how the metals get in there, maybe from when they're at the factory or on a belt or whatever like that. But I heard they have a lot of heavy metals. And this is coming from homeopathic doctors. And so those things, they stay in your body. And the other thing is, if you ever notice when you have a protein shake, let's say you shake it up and you drink it and then you leave some in the cup, or maybe it didn't all mix. You know how it turns into sludge at the bottom? Like it gets real sludgy in your heart. Well, it does that inside of your body as well. So keep in mind that, all of that stuff isn't always going to get digested. So a lot of you guys who are heavy on those shakes, there might be a lot of sludge just sitting up inside your liver, you know what I mean? Inside your stomach walls and stuff like that. That just isn't digesting. And that's another reason why I don't like to drink shakes personally. Like if I have them, I'll have them occasionally. But you figure like if you keep on doing that, it's going to keep on building up. If you a three shake a day kind of guy, then you're not even getting out the first crumbs from the first shake. So just keep that in mind. And that's something that you guys should, really consider when you're going hard on those protein powders and protein shakes and stuff. All right, and so the last one we're going to talk about is for weight loss, right? So I know you guys you're here to hear about the weight loss. So let me check out some of these comments. Casey, you said you're gonna be single then? You need your 6-pack? Listen, man, that's what it is. Girls are scared of the 6-pack though. Okay, what you say? Nat's mine said, what other than berries makes that bloat? Oh, I don't know, man. I guess for me, it was just the milk, All right, so the last thing I want to say is it's about weight loss. Now, with weight loss, if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to, eat and keep that balance, but to lose weight, Simple things, simple things. I think people who are trying to lose weight, you have to understand your mindset from everybody else is completely different. Because two things from people who can gain weight, either your body really can just, it just sticks on to weight and you don't even know where it comes from, and you're just a heavy, just a heavy person, and maybe you don't even eat that much, but you just put on that size just because of the way you're born. Or you might have one of those like overindulging personality types, to where you just need more, or like you were raised where eating food was your comfort food. You know what I'm saying? Where you eat just to make you feel better, or you might get in trouble and somebody's like, okay, well, here, eat this so you feel better. Like, you come up on eating food. So once you start, or you could just be the person that just loves food. Like, I could love food, but I might not want to eat it all the time. You see what I'm saying? So somebody who loves food and somebody who loves food and loves to eat all the time, that's two different types of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could all love food. Yeah, that's cool. And I love crab legs and shrimp and stuff like that. But I don't want to eat it all the time. And I don't need to eat a whole bunch of it just to make the statement of I love food. No, at that point, you just like to eat. So if you're those type of people who you just got to eat, you just got to keep on having it. You got to get your mind wrapped around the idea that you might not even need that much. You know what I'm saying? Like the more you eat, the more your stomach expands. And if your stomach keeps on expanding, that means that your body can hold on to more foods. So like when you see certain people who are like big bodybuilders, or people who get real overweight, when they have to get that lap band surgery and wrap it around their waist, wrap around their stomach walls, what happens is it helps their stomach to not be able to hold so much food when they eat. So instead of them, just self-consciously being like, I'm not even hungry yet. I'm gonna stop eating once I'm hungry. The lap band stops them completely, and it says, okay, nah, you was hungry, 3 bites ago. You feel me? And now you got to cut back because you don't know how to handle yourself. So keep that in mind. Are you the type of person that doesn't know how to handle yourself? Are you really eating way too much? And if you're eating way too much, an easy fix is just to scale back. You don't have to eat until you're hungry. Until you're full. Like, just eat enough to be like, okay, that was cool. I can wait and I can eat later, because it's okay to stretch the calories out in the day. You can eat from sun up to sundown, but just break down the times that you eat your foods. Okay, I got a big breakfast. You see me, I have a breakfast and then a second breakfast. Then I have a snack and then another snack. Then I have a lunch and then a second lunch. And I have a dinner and another dinner. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that, but you can't sit there and be like, all right, I just got off work. You know what I'm saying? Let me sit back and now I'm gonna dig in. I'm about to eat big, and now you're eating these big old plates at nighttime, and you going down and you laying in bed on it. You going to sleep on that food. You didn't burn it off. You didn't get a chance to go run it off. You didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So have your craziest sugary meals earlier in the day, and have your big sloppy meals earlier in the day, or do them on days where you can go exercise. You know what I'm saying? But don't just eat like that and go lay on it, because even the gym can't fix that. You talking about you ruining your metabolism. So mentally, you got to understand what you're doing to yourself. Like from the outside, people are like, okay, so you're ready to get in shape? All right, great. You're ready to get in shape. The fact that you got to be ready to get in shape should tell you right now that, wait, what have I been doing? You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to be getting ready to get in shape. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you got to understand that your mind is already like, you can be greedy with stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can eat past the point of, I'm full, but I'm just gonna eat more now just to be having it. And that's crazy. So check yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to overindulge like that, especially if you're trying to get in shape. That might be your biggest problem, because going to the gym might not solve anything. You get to the gym and you still eat like that, it might not solve anything. You're just gonna be strong and big. You feel me? But you're not gonna get lean, so you can't necessarily lose that weight like that. Now, here's what you're supposed to do. If you want to get lean and you still like eating, you got to eat clean foods all day. And you got to do like 90% clean foods, but a lot of it, and then like 10% junk. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you start seeing success. So don't go so heavy on the junk side and then light on the clean side. You got to go all clean. So all those same calories, if you know 250 pounds or something like that, that means on average you somewhere averaging around 2,500 calories, right? So, and you're not burning them off. You maintaining 2,500 calories, not even burning them off. So you're probably eating excess. So you're probably eating like 4,000 calories and not even moving to, you know, get it off if you're that type of person. I'm not saying a person that's just big and muscular on their own. I'm talking about somebody who got there because they were sitting down for too long. So if that's the case, then yeah, you got to transition your whole thought process. You got to get your mind right, and you got to start eating clean stuff most of the time. Like it has to be so occasional that you eat something bad that you got to remember. You got to remember, like, when's the last time I had this? Like your mind has to get into that in order to start getting that right, you know, body type. Now, here's the thing. If you don't care and you like the way you are, then just throw in the towel and just be like, you know what, I like the way I am. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. That's cool. But you don't need to be online. Like, how can I, you know, get like this? Because really it's going to start in here with y'all. You know, and then after that, then it turns into, you know, let me just do a little bit better, because you're going to have to be, for somebody who's lived a whole life like that, it's going to take you a while to slowly get out of it. It's not going to be a transition of, okay, black and white overnight. No, you got a lot of habits that you picked up. You got a lot of habits that are instilled in you. You know, you got a lot of innate qualities that you don't even know where they come from, you know, based on your history. So all those habits got to be broken. So you got to do it gradually, like a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. If you go too hard and try just to start a diet the next day, what's going to happen is you're going to get overwhelmed, you know, maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, maybe a month later. I mean, you might get to your goal. And even if you get to your goal, you might get to your goal and be like, dang, you know, how did I even get here? Like, okay, I'm in shape now, but how do I maintain it? Like, now I want to go back to doing what I was doing before, because mentally you was only doing it for a reason. You only had a goal to get in shape. And when you only have a goal to get in shape, it's hard to maintain a structure like that because you can't find balance. And there's no balance in having an end goal. You have to make it a lifestyle. And so figure out a way to make your diet work around what you know you're going to be like as a person. That way, you know, your concerns to yourself aren't so hard on yourself. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. And then, you know, if you know you're going to be like that, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. A lot of time I know, and I'm an extreme person when I think about stuff, but I'm gonna make this statement. If you ever see somebody who's homeless, it's a couple reasons why they're homeless. Everybody's not homeless for the same reason. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people got mental issues. Sometimes people were just, you know, down bad. You know what I'm saying? It might have just been one of those minutes where it was like, listen, I tried everything, nothing was working, and now, you know, boom, it got me here. And then some people are just lazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. They rather just, so there's a dude who rides around this city here in Sacramento. Promise you, if this dude's watching the show, buddy, I seen you like 3 times. Every once in, like, I see this dude riding around the city all the time, right? All he does is scam people. He'll pull up next to you in his car, and it'll be a new car. Pull up next to you in his car, and be like, hey man, you know, my sister, she had this, and they was in the hospital, and the car broke down, and I just need a couple dollars to get back, and could you just help me out? And I left my wallet at the house. And this dude pulled up on me 2 separate occasions with the same story. I said, boss, we talked about this last time. I said, you don't remember my face? It's like, oh man, my bad, my bad. So you out here scamming folks. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I've always been, I'm from New Jersey. So I've never really been that type of person to just be like, let me help the homeless. Because the way I grew up, a lot of people was homeless because they was using that money for drugs. You see what I'm saying? And I was walking past them every morning for school, seeing that, like, dude, you could be doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Or it was dudes who I knew was somebody's parents and stuff like that. It's like, you could be doing something else. You just don't want to. So if you don't want to, understand that everything that's going to come with that comes with that. To make my point clearer, okay? To bring it all home. If you got your ways, you got your things that can be your reasons, but understand that with those reasons, accept the responsibility and be accountable for what's going to come with that. So if you know you like eating sloppy, understand that body's not going to be that body that you want it to, if that's not the way your body works. Now, you could be one of those people who just, you know, you're a genetic freak, but again, a genetic freak shouldn't even be on my channel. You see what I'm saying? Because he don't need no help. He knows what to do. He can do whatever he wants. Anyway, I hope that helps some guys. Let me see if I have anything else I wanted to add on here. Oh, shoot. There we go. My bad. I don't know why the screen cut off on me. All right, let me get to some of these chats. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Hey, listen, don't forget to get your glass meal prep containers with the bamboo lids on them. I appreciate that. I got both sizes, and I broke them down for you guys so that if you don't want to buy just a set of 4, you can buy a set of 2s, or you can buy 4 big ones or whatever. But you know, get your meal, keep your meal preps in style, man. Let me see what y'all got talking about in the chat, man. We can chit chat for a second. I'm gonna get out of here in like 5 minutes, though. Okay, you said David Molina. You said watch that "What You Eat in a Day" video and was curious to how much protein you eat. I don't know. I stopped counting, man. I literally stopped counting. Like, I got to the point where I don't even care no more. Unless I'm getting ready to get on stage, then I don't even know. Like, I did so much research on the body. I did so much research training people over all these years, man. Like, and I realized that there's no real answer for none of this stuff. Like, I thought it was, but some of the stuff could just be like, you just got to try stuff. And for me, it doesn't make sense for me to sit there and eat 200 grams of protein because I want to be 200 pounds and all this other stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, there's some days where I won't even eat. Some days I'll straight fast and I'll get up in the morning and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm about to lay back down. And I just lay back down and I'll shut down the whole day. And I might wake up and eat some cereal and then go shut it back down for the rest of the day. But I work too hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm too tired. So it's hard to say, but consistently, I don't know how much protein I eat. The stuff that I showed y'all, that's what I eat most of the time. Like, that's it. It ain't nothing else. Like, I'm gonna do another video and y'all can see what I have on my alternate, like, I'm gonna have alternate dinners for the most part because I eat a lot of seafood as well. But even in seafood, that's light, like shrimp, catfish. I eat a lot of fries. Whenever I go out, like, I'll go to Chipotle occasionally and I'll get like the burrito bowl and I'll have the sofritas, the tofu junk. But I don't even like tofu like that because, you know, they say if you have too much of it, it starts making create estrogen. So I don't eat too much tofu. That's like a one-off, once every 3 months kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, if I'm going to get something to eat or if I want to eat out, I'm going to Chick-fil-A and I'm getting 2 large fries with barbecue sauce. And that's it. And that might be my whole thing. That's my meal. You know what I'm saying? 2 large fries. So I feel like protein isn't as important as what they used to say it was. I feel like it's just the calories. And then if your body uses the calories a certain way, like if you know that if you have too many starchy calories, like too much, like too many potatoes or something like that, and you start getting like fat or fluffy or something because you have too many potatoes, okay, so then maybe you eat more of the, you know, your protein side of the stuff, but, you know, just don't have so many potatoes. So I don't know, man. It's weird, man, but I don't know. I have no clue. I have to sit back and check. Jessica Watson. Oh, hey, Bella, what's up, baby? How you doing? All right. Let me see what you got. Yeah. Reconsider the importance of protein, man. All that stuff. Like, really, I don't think any of that stuff really matters, yo. Like, at the end of the day, just trial and error. Just test stuff, see what feels right, you know, test it out. But it's a different answer to everything, man. Clayton, you said you missed my live stream. Can you give me an email so I can ask questions about diet and I work out in a way that benefits martial arts but doesn't translate to cut up your body? Okay. Look, Clayton, listen, man, I'm gonna answer your question last because I like that one because I've done martial arts too. I studied Hung Gar Kung Fu for 2 years, right? Like one-on-one sessions, was really getting my hands right. I did that. I also know how to shoot guns. I also box. But Hung Gar was cool because I felt like it taught me more of how to, if I really want to hit you, I can hit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it taught me that too. So now I understand how that feels. But what I realized when I was doing Hung Gar was that I wasn't as flexible when I was muscular because I went from bodybuilding to Kung Fu. And when I was trying to do stuff, I was very stiff. I'm talking about like super stiff, dude. Like, I couldn't do anything. And so I had to relearn all of that stuff. And then I was able to actually start completing the exercises the way they needed to be because my body couldn't even take it. Now, I say that to say this. When it comes to getting defined, when you're doing your Kung Fu or whatever it was, I stopped lifting weights completely and my body went down to its natural looking state. And so it gave me whatever I was going to look like if I didn't touch any weights. And that's the look I had. I just had the look of, oh, he don't touch any weights. That's what his body was going to look like. But if you have the frame where you're doing Kung Fu and that's your main source of exercise, what I've noticed, even with people who do, I mean, not kung fu, but martial arts, even people who do martial arts, they also work out, and they also have a whole secondary part of their lives where they go in there and they really get in shape. I don't think that you know, martial arts or things like yoga or things like and even depend, I don't know what type of martial arts you do, but I don't think you can really put on muscle like that, because it doesn't isolate specific muscle groups. It's more of a unique full body experience versus just let me isolate my chest, let me isolate my shoulders, let me isolate my triceps. But depending on who's training you though, Mr. Morrow, they should be making you, I mean, you should still be working out. Like, you should have a whole gym experience. And I don't know, but even for me, like, I stopped, and after a while of me just stopping to see, I had to at least go back to calisthenics. So with you, maybe, you know, mix into your training regimen calisthenics with your martial arts, and just do that. That way it doesn't take away too much. That way it doesn't make you get back bulky. Like I said, I got bulky and I couldn't do it. So just do calisthenics. Do your pull-ups, your push-ups, your dips, and your squats, and maybe don't use too much, you know, too much heavy weight, and just do more reps on stuff and just rep it out. But you know, you never want to get too boxy in one area, because as you know, like once you start putting on big shoulders, it's hard to keep your hands up because those shoulders starts getting heavy, and it's like, my shoulders down. You know what I'm saying? Now you get tagged. So it's one of those things where you don't want to get too big anyway. But if you do just calisthenics, that probably be the best thing for you to do. All right. All right, listen, Deshaun, let me see. Let me read your question. I might have to come back and answer you later, man. You said you just started keto. What's my thoughts on that? I'm cutting carbs and eating more protein. I don't do diets, and I don't trust no diet. I just play around to see what works. And even when I was writing meal plans for people, I just play around. I give them so many different options that we'll see what works, and then whatever works, that's what we'll keep. But try keto. If you see it working for you, stick to it until it don't work no more, or take the things that you actually like from it and then make your own version of the diet. But I don't believe in no one size fits all kind of diet, because like I said, I eat candy, man, and I eat a whole bunch of snacks. So for me to sit there and be like, this is the best one, nah, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. Last one, Hot Guy 6-pack 420. It's hard for me to build muscle while gyms are closed in my country. How can I build muscle using other methods? Oh, and Clayton, I appreciate the $2 sticker, man. Appreciate that. All right, so how can you build muscle using other methods with the gyms closed? I haven't been to the gym since last April, I think. And I've been paying on my gym membership too, LA Fitness. I need to check into that. But since last April. And so for me, I haven't worked out at all. So all I do is work out in the house. I work out in the house on my little back porch. I have to do a video of it and show you guys, but all I do is I'll pick maybe 1 or 2 exercises of what I got available to me, and I just rep it out, dude. I just rep it out. I'm talking about, like, before I started lifting and getting into bodybuilding anyway, just to give y'all a history on this. I don't know if you've ever read my book before, but German volume training is my favorite form of training. Like, 100 reps is the holy grail for me. You know what I'm saying? 100 reps is the holy grail for me. Even whatever you need to do, whatever body part you're trying to do, 100 reps is it. I don't play with nothing else. Like, so if I know I want to do my triceps, I'll do 100 reps, because check this out. Maybe I'll get to, 30, 40, and I'll feel it somewhere, but maybe there's another part of my tricep that didn't get touched yet because the main part was too strong and it didn't get my secondary muscle involved. So I'll be like, all right, we'll bump it. Let me do a couple more reps. Let me do a couple more reps. And I start beating it down until I know for sure that I left no stone unturned, because I did so many of them jokers. You know what I'm saying? And so I've built my shape on doing a stupid amount of reps on everything. So if you're in home and you don't have nothing available to you, go back to the German volume style, German volume training. Look it up. It's something that I'm very familiar with. That's my baseline. Like, if I was locked in a prison cell and they was like, you can only do whatever, I'd be doing a stupid amount of reps. I'd be doing handstand push-ups with my shoulders. I'd be doing, a bunch of body weight squats. I put a rag on the floor and lay on my back and be doing like like rolling my feet in and out to work my hamstrings. You know what I'm saying? Squats, like I'll figure it out with nothing, but you got to do a lot of reps though. And so that's the key. If you don't have if you don't have weights with you and you don't have nothing you can lift, because really the working out, you can put the same size on however you want to. It's either you got to lift heavy or you do a lot of reps. And the key to getting both, like if you want to get there fast, then you lift heavy and a lot of reps. That's like, you know, that's the goal of everybody. That's what we should all be shooting for, is to be able to lift heavy and do a lot of reps of it. But to put on that size though, you lift heavy or you got to do the reps. But either way, you eat the food to make your body grow. So just if you did the workout style, it don't matter, because you're not going to grow until you eat the food. So, you know, reps or heavy, and then you got to really pack the food on after that. All right. Stamina and conditioning. Wait, hot guy. You said, but that means you're training for stamina and conditioning, but you're not mass. So I had the wrong idea about a big amount of reps. A big amount of reps is 100. And I don't mean stamina. You can take breaks. I didn't say, like, listen, stamina is your heart rate. That's, okay, I'm tired. Okay, let me get back into it. All right, I need to take a break. Let me get back into it. Sometimes when you're at the house, you talking about being at home, like, what are you in a rush for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it might take somebody 2 hours to work out if you're at home. You shouldn't be rushing. Like, work out, sit down, get back up, do some more, sit down. Like, don't take a break for too long, but you don't have to be sweating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never, and here's another thing I want to say to y'all. Like, you don't need to be sweating during your workouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're somebody who's trying to get lean, do your fasted cardio, right, in the morning, and then go in there and do your workouts later on. But you don't need to be in there doing workouts that are causing you to sweat, because you're burning way too many calories, and that's unnecessary. Like, sweat separately, but don't sweat during your lifting sessions. Keep that in mind though, because then you're in there working out for what he's saying, conditioning, you know, and stamina. And that's not necessarily what you want to do when you're trying to put on size, because you'll just start looking like a runner after a while. Anyway, I hope that's helped you guys today. I hope y'all like this video. Every Thursday, listen, I don't have nothing else to do. I said, you know what? Let's start on Thursdays. I'm gonna just start making videos because I'm bored anyway. So every Thursday, come back. We're gonna make videos just like this. If you have any other questions or have questions that you want answered, we can do stuff like this after the chat. But I'm gonna come here with my topics and stuff. You got any other crazy topics, send them to me. support@getfitwithkb.com. I appreciate the sticker, the $2 chat. The super chats, you guys can super chat. Don't forget to click the link below to get your meal prep containers. And one other thing I want to tell y'all guys that I'm working on, I just got to get to it. I got my computer pulled up and stuff, but I'm working on it. I'm making a workout plan ebook because people have been asking, like, can you make me a workout plan? Can you make me a workout plan? I used to sell them, I know, and I stopped selling them. I stopped making them. But I'm gonna turn workout plans into an ebook, and I'm gonna really break down how to do each of the exercises. And give a reason why and elaborate. So it'll probably be like 15, 20 pages, something like that. But I'm working on that now. So be patient with me. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.